Hey look, it's Kevin Durant. Okay, well, back to the video. So, yesterday, I removed the bench seat, and now we have all these little holes in the boat. So what I gotta do today is I gotta fill those holes in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these 1/2-inch rivets right here, and I'm gonna use the rivet gun right here, and I'm going to put on this sealant. So to make sure the water cannot get through, I'm gonna put it all on this part right here. Is gonna get the sealant. And then I'm gonna rivet them in the holes. And after I do all those riveting, I'm going to take this, which attaches to this right here, the propane torch. And I'm going to go over those rivets with some brazing rods. So these holes should all get filled in and then covered with the brazing rods. So should be pretty good. Let's get to it. You can get closer if you want. That's all I'm doing. Putting on the seal or whatever, the sealant. I rotate it into the hole so we apply it on all the sides, right? So I rotate it around like that. I had to redo this one, so I had to drill through the middle of it to get it out. So then it should take 4 of these sets. So I have to do, first one's easy, it gets harder every time. Second one is not that bad. Third one, you gotta put some effort into it. And then fourth one is really the worst one. You gotta get somewhat over it. It should make a big boom sound, which is the rivet top part here breaking off. You'll see, like that. Then I'm gonna take my rivet, open it back up, falls out. And that was the part that was in there before. That rivet is now in there pretty strong, no problems. And now we can just throw away. So, here are the rivets right here. I did, there's 10 here, 10 here. As you can see, this one, I drilled too big, so I'm gonna have to really braze that one. Same with that one right there. This one right here, I'm gonna have to redo. I messed this one up right there. It's not set correctly, but the rest are all good. That one has a little room. I'm gonna have to braze that over. So they're looking good. I still got the side ones here on both sides. I got down here, there's 9 on that side, 9 around the other side. So I'm gonna have to do still. It hurts your hands a lot, it's tiring. See, there's a lot that I messed up on this side too. Like right here, it's a bad one, right there is a bad one. So that's why the brazing rods are gonna be really important. I think I'm gonna start with the priority ones. So like this one, this guy, other ones, I'm gonna start with those ones. See, that's the problem I'm having at the angle. blood, sweat, and 2 trips to Home Depot later, we have completed the front deck. Oh my gosh. I did all these rivets. I still have to finish them, but I finally finished the deck. It is so nice. It is stable. It's lower than most decks you see on these basketball modifications. We're gonna get carpeting on it. It's not perfect. It's not beautiful, but it'll get the job done. I'm gonna put some side plating or like over here so you can't see up underneath there, which would be cool. And it'll just clean it up a little bit. I think we're gonna carpet it. I think that's the decision. I think carpeting is gonna be the way to go. But that is so nice. Here, I'll try to get further back if I can. Not really. There we go. There's the deck. Trolling motor's gonna go right up on that. It's gonna be so sick. So what I did was I took this JB weld right here. I mixed it up in here, used this scrap of the rivet piece, and I covered up some of the rivets that had holes in them, like this right here. Got JB weld on it, that one, and then there's a lot on the bottom that I JB welded just to be sure, like that one right there. So there's like 5 or 6 down there. What I did was I put it up on these lounge chairs so it's up off the ground so they can dry, but I can still work on it instead of having it flipped over, and I wouldn't be able to access this to work on it. So I'm gonna be able to still work on it. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these edges and I'm gonna sand them down so that when I put the carpet on, it'll be nice and smooth, and so we're not gonna scratch up the boat. So that's what I'm gonna do. So see you guys when I'm done. So what I just did was sanded down these edges here. You can see I got in the groove here, did some sanding with this right here. It's a little hand Dremel thing, which isn't the best, but it gets the job done. It should be used for something else, but I just use it for this. I don't need to be perfect because this will be covered up in carpet, obviously, but it will make it so much smoother and easier to put in the boat and out of the boat. So. And easier to carry around because I won't have to have my hands on the sharp edges. It's soft now. I can pick it up way easier. It just looks way cleaner. So I'm gonna put it in the boat, see how much easier it is, and show you guys when I get there. Okay, so it's later now. I got the back deck really up and running now, the way I want it to be. So I cut out this back part here. So now this deck sits on here like this. I put these 2x4s in to hold it up on the back. I got the battery in there right now. I was just testing to see if I can get it in there without taking the wood off. I can. I just slide it down this kind of into there, and it goes down there. Next, I'm now gonna be making the hatch. It's gonna go right here. So get into that. So here comes the fun stuff right here. It's hard to see, but these pencil markings here are going to be my hatch. It's hard to see in the shadow there. That's going to be how big my hatch is. It should fit 10 3700 boxes. It is going to be so sick. I'm going to get to cutting it out right now. Then I'm going to cut that plywood so that it has a hatch. It's going to be huge. It's going to be so nice. So let's get to it. Boxes is going to fit, tackle boxes. 10 of the biggest size. That is ridiculous. So I cut out the whole thing here. There's the scrap aluminum. Now I got this big shovel. I'm getting the foam out. I got all these scraps, so gonna just keep going.
Don't breathe it.
Getting pieces about that big compared to pieces about that big from before. I saw a guy on YouTube, so it took him like 3 or 4 hours to get all the foam out, and that's because he was doing it the wrong way. He was taking way too much time with like a small knife. Just get a big garden shovel or whatever and go at it. Remember though that if you're gonna take out a lot of foam from the boat, put the foam back in the boat, and another form is like foam sheeting or something like that. Put it back in the boat So I'm gonna find a way to incorporate like foam underneath the deck up front, some foam on the side maybe, foam in the back, foam under the platform right here. So, because the foam will help it be more stable, and if it flips, you have that on your side. So, yeah. Well, my back hurts a lot. I'm tired, but got all of this foam out. All of it takes up this whole area in the boat. I got a trash bag, got the shovel, and there's a mini saw in there. And as much as it hurts, I am extremely excited. Look at all the room in there. I mean, I'll be able to fit 10 3700 boxes and some soft plastic boxes probably. I'm going to be able to fit a lot of stuff in here, so I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome. There we go. This would have the hatch hinges on there, but it would lift up like this. We got all that room in there. There we go. Okay. Cool. So here I am up here on the deck with a rod. I can stand up here, control the trolling motor or whatever. A nice cast. Boom. It's solid. I mean, I could jump around if I wanted to. So here we are out here at night. It is pretty sick, and I can jump on it or whatever. It's super stable. It's crazy. Really, really stable. So at the front here, what we're thinking is put like a cup holder up here. Our sonar, our GPS, whatever, fish finder can go right here. And then have one of those little tool things on here for your like pliers and scissors, and like a scale, which would be really nice. This is super stable. We're gonna get carpeting in here. And tomorrow I'm gonna work on this back deck here. I got the plywood already laid out. I just gotta cut it a little shorter because you can see it overhangs there. See? So I gotta cut it a little shorter and cut a groove in the back like that. But I got all this extra 2x4s and everything that I'm gonna use for the back, so that should be good. Let me see if I can show you guys me standing up there with a rope. Okay, so here we got the John boat. This weekend I thought I was just gonna build the front deck, but I did a lot more than that. I removed this whole bench seat that was right here that looked like that one, and I re-riveted all of these little holes and filled them in using like JB Weld and marine adhesive and sealant. Then I framed underneath the front deck like this. There's some framing up under there to hold this deck. This deck has been cut around these grooves, holding it in really tightly. You can jump up and down and it really doesn't shake that much at all. Moving to the back, this was the pretty cool part of the boat. So I got some frame under here to help hold the plywood up, some framing over there to help hold the plywood up. Pretty much I can just walk, I can stand right over here. It's pretty sturdy. I can stand over here, sturdy. That's just the boat shaking. I can stand right here, really sturdy. You can see I cut here, and this was the hardest part, but I cut into the aluminum, and I got this huge hatch here where I can put all my tackle and all my gear, stuff like that. I'm gonna use some hatches along there to make it so it would just come up pretty easily. There's gonna be a little handle on there, and we're gonna carpet the whole thing. So there's gonna be a blue carpeting on there, like a navy blue carpeting up there. Trolling motor is gonna go right here up front because there's an attachment that I have. Put that on. Batteries I'll put down here. That's why I cut this area out so I can put the batteries in there, and it'll keep it waterproof. And then also we can run the wires from the back area here out through these little side parts like this, up here along this wall, all the way up to where the trolling motor would be right here. So it's gonna be pretty cool.